Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with two people. I didn't think it was going to be that many, but I guess it is that many. We got Steven, Collecto6, and Matt from Matt Likes Comics. I'm glad you could arrive here, Matt. I guess he ditched his wife in order to come here.
No,
So
she's
that's always nice.
upstairs.
She's upstairs.
Shut
No,
up.
crying.
no, no. He ditched her. That's right. First things first.
Yeah,
That's my
sure.
boy. That's what we want.
She's upstairs crying. He's like, "Why? Why is she? Why
Are you
leaving?"
kidding?
Even better. Even better. The tears. Oh boy. And then later on, oh, it just sounds great. Well done, Matt.
Yeah, he knows his priorities. Wife is like kind of way down here, and we're way
she's
up here.
down, way down.
Something like that, yes.
Well, you have
Does
to
she ever
wonder
watch
about
this show?
Alan. You have to wonder about her though, because she wanted your picture,
I
and
know.
she says how handsome you are and all this other stuff, and it's scary, really.
Yeah. So does she watch the show?
On occasion, she'll watch part of it, but usually
Whenever
on the
I'm
rewatch.
right? Is that...
Yeah, usually the
The
rewatch.
lamentations of the women.
Okay. So let's say hi to the chat here. We
Hi
got
to the chat.
Ricky. Ricky using knives. Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Knives. Ricky.
He's actually here first, which is interesting. Should I say hi to Collecto6 now?
No.
Okay, we got Renegade Rants comic. And we got Buttface McBooby. I always like his name.
Still the best name on YouTube.
You guys got everyone else in the chat, you gotta live up to that kind of name. That's the best name. Then we got Belle Lazard. And then Fiddle Chips.
Hi, guys.
JSS.
Hey, JSS.
JSS.
Brian. Big Lyle.
Big
Hey,
Lyle.
And Lau.
Lau.
Hi, Lau.
And then JX. I think I already said hi to JX, but I'm not sure.
JX.
And then we got
JX.
Jacques. Locke.
Hi, Locke.
Oh, and then Werewolf by Lunchtime.
Werewolf.
So,
Their
so
wolf.
we got
Their castle.
Werewolf. Werewolf.
Oh, you gotta love that.
So today I'm actually gonna show. We're gonna do cartoon stuff, but I actually do have a special unboxing as well. So this arrived today. This big box. Look,
Wow.
I'm gonna show what's inside of it today, and I'm gonna do a video over the weekend where I review it, but that's gonna air later. DC Comics reached out to me, okay, and they wanted me to review their latest collection of comics. Like, these are all omnibuses. So they want me to review it. So they sent me a free box of stuff, like $200 worth of like omnibuses. So I don't know. I like free stuff. So
They contacted you?
They get 1 star for just the free stuff. I don't know how the reviews work. I'm bribable, okay? For anyone out there that produces comics, I'm very bribable. You just send me free comics, I will give them thumbs up. It's pretty easy.
What a recommendation. Gosh.
What a recommendation. Yes. So I'm very bribable. So money.
Comic collector shill.
Comic collector shill. So I'll be showing that. It's some pretty cool stuff. They're omnibuses. So they looked like they were pretty cool. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. So
They contacted you?
They contacted me.
Don't be so incredulous. He's a
Isn't that
big
awesome?
star,
No,
man.
I know, but
They contacted you?
I'm surprised because companies don't usually do that. They wait for the people to contact them. That's why I'm surprised.
No. Like, they reached out to me. They said, "Oh, we know that you're a big celebrity. You have a huge fan base. You're a massive influencer."
The medication is not working out.
So I don't know. They just contacted me. I don't know. I'm not sure why they contacted
that's really
me.
cool. Like, that's
That is
amazing.
incredibly cool. That's quite a feather in your cap. Well done.
And
Yes,
you're lucky
JX.
you got that.
I am a whore. I work for comics.
You Canadians out there, if you're like me and annoyed with the post office, just let me know in the chat. I got 4 packages coming, and I don't think I'm going to get them.
Okay. Yeah. there's a cool comic that I have in the Canadian Post, which is
Now shut down until further notice.
Hi, Andreas.
so. By the way, so for those people that are outside of the Great White North, which is not great, but it's very white and northy, um, uh, the Canadian postal system has been shut down
Why?
They're on strike.
because they're on strike.
They need more money.
They need more money or something.
And they need more trivia so that when they sit in the bar, they can sound more, hey, I'm Cliff Clavin and I need, I know everything.
Yeah, so I have a comic book in the mail that I'm like waiting to get, but
Me too.
I guess I'm going to be waiting for a bit longer.
I got four packs of comics waiting.
Hi, Callie.
So I'm very sad about it.
Hopefully they'll do like they did last
Kelly.
time and legislate them back within days.
Yeah, let's force them back. So
And this guy did it once, so I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't
yeah,
just
could
Harper.
happen. Yeah.
Crack those suckers open, Alan.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was gonna let you guys go first. You guys can. I'll let you go. Like I'll.
You sure
do a
you
circle.
want? Don't you want to save me to go a little bit later when you bug out, my friend?
Well, yeah, but we'll do multiple rounds. Is my
All
thought.
right.
So yeah,
Alan's got
so
an auction he's got to run to, and I got to give him a heads up.
I'm watching
and
something at 8
He's going to
o'clock.
bail out on us for a while, and if he'll come back, he'll be smiling, or he'll
Or
come
sad.
back and he'll be crying.
It's probably going to be the crying one because I think right now it's way undervalued based on the current bid.
Don't say nothing. Do you want?
yeah.
Do you want Matt to start or me?
You can go first, and then we'll go Matt. We'll just do it.
Who's you?
It's just
Me?
in order
Okay.
of the way I see you.
Steven, you always set the bar high, so I like to try and catch up.
Well,
Yeah.
you're very kind, my friend. What I have here today for a background is I have this one and this one and this one are brand new from Shane McCormick, Black Angel, another Zatanna, and then Supergirl. And I think that they turned out beautifully. The Black Angel is in black and white, and I asked for it in black and white because all of the line work of the swastika and it's all cracked and things are hanging out on it and what have you. I just think that it presents so much better for his because he has wonderful line and ink work.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It turned out really well, I think.
The only thing I asked, he tried to do it in color and it washed it out and he hated it. And then he said, I'm not sending it to you. I think that may have been one of the only ones he destroyed. But the fact is, the only thing I asked for him to do was to make the swastika much bigger. And he said, can do. So he made the swastika much bigger and more prominent so that the theme that is there specifically because Black Angel was against Nazis from Pocket Comics. Isn't that correct, Alan?
Sorry, what?
Pocket Comics? Didn't she start in Pocket Comics or where? Black Angel?
Yeah, Pocket Comics.
I mean, that's your book, isn't it?
Yeah, Pocket Comics.
Okay,
the one
you're distracted. You're fiddling around.
I'm like doing this unboxing thing. I had no idea what you were talking about. So
God, it's such a pain.
Black Cat. You're talking about Black Cat appeared in
Black
Pocket
Angel.
Comics.
Black
Angel appeared in not Pocket Comics. She appeared in Air Fighters.
Air Fighters. Okay, fair enough. Thank you. That's why I was asking because I knew you knew.
Okay.
All right. We're talking. Although Alan is not going to play ball to begin with.
Air Fighters #2, by the way.
Okay, thank you. Alan's not going to play ball, but we had talked about showing cartoon comics.
I'm going to show some cartoons. I have a whole box ready.
And so I have been in the process. One of my favorite characters of all time is Mighty Mouse. And I have a large, I have quite a few cartoon type books. I have Rocky and Bullwinkle. I have the Harveys. I have Huckhound, Yogi Bear. I mean, any Top Cat, any number of these, all these things. But I have been focusing on Mighty Mouse. And in particular, I was focusing on Mighty Mouse from the Atomic Age of comics, specifically when St. John's and timely, and basically the earlier artwork in earlier books. So I'm going to be starting in 1947 for Mighty Mouse. And so I was going to show you my Mighty Mouse collection. Here is a Mighty Mouse.
Did you get the bondage ones, by the way? No, not yet.
I don't know if I did. I don't know. I don't think I did. This is Mighty Mouse number 34 from September of 1947. Is issue number 34.
That's really cool.
That is pretty cool.
Mighty Mouse is awesome. What can I say?
Here is Mighty Mouse number 35 from 1947.
Is that an alien? A UFO, I mean?
It's a UFO. It's Raiders from Saturn. Adventures with the Raiders from Saturn.
Are they stealing a vault? Like a
They're
No, it looks like they're stealing the Lost Ark.
they're stealing the top of a building. There must be something in there, either that or whatever. But this is it's still these are St. John's books.
Okay, very cool.
Uh,
Pearl is quite doable.
God, Lau.
Wow.
Really?
well, he's only following up on Fiddle Chips.
Well,
Fiddle Chips
Oil Can Harry is all he wants to try to do is basically put her on a train track and kill her. I don't
I'm
understand.
gonna show. I'm gonna grab my bondage Pearl ones.
This is Mighty Mouse 36. This is from October of 1947.
The Tunnels of Terror.
Isn't that fun?
Who's the villain because of the big hand there?
That's
big
one of
hand.
the terrors from underneath.
Ah,
This is Terry Toons Comics, Volume 1, number 62, from November of 1947.
very nice. I'm not sure the cat can float, though. We all know that cats hate water.
It's all real, Matt. It's all real.
It's all real.
And Mighty Mouse makes the cats do what they want. He's had to, put his tail up there to hold the sail, and he basically punctured his ears to hold it after he's beat the hell out of him. So it's taste, and she appears to be enjoying herself quite well in her matching frock and shoes.
Yeah, Felix was popular also in comics.
Very early on, too, late 20s. That's when it started. Otto Mesmer.
Mouse bondage is fine art. So this is where their heads are in the chat, by the way. They're still thinking about mice bondage.
We're really on a high level today. This is Mighty Mouse Volume 1, number 8 from December of 1948. And then I'll stop. Great cover images. When I was a boy, we had two channels on our 2 channels, and then finally 3 stations on our black and white television sets that we had to fiddle with and try to make them look good. And one of the things that we got for Saturday cartoons was Mighty Mouse, and it was the theatrical Mighty Mouses. This would have been the first one we had 1958, 59. I remember we were watching it on an RCA Victor, which was our first television set cabinet. And all of those are the operetta ones where they're singing through the whole thing. Here I come to save the day. Mighty Mouse, oh Mighty Mouse, come save me. No one can save you now. And then he's tying her up. Oil Can Harry, who is the zoot suitor looking, dastardly Dalton looking guy. And but then Mighty Mouse would come in, and when he first started, if you can buy the collections of the early cartoons, he's kind of scrawny, and then he basically then fills out a little bit more, and they streamline him and make him more uniform in appearance. But all the music and all the other things, and of course the animation quality for the theaters back in those days was just like with Popeye cartoons and Walt Disney's. They were all really, really good quality animation. So those were the things that I grew up on, were a lot of the theatrical cartoons, and Mighty Mouse was always really, it was a super treat to see those. I'm not so sure about the Bakshi stuff that was done. I do tend to be more towards the Golden Age kind of stuff. Okay, Matt, I guess you could go, or I guess.
Okay,
Okay. I was actually, can I quickly just show two Mighty
of
Mouse?
course you can.
Just
It's
because
your show.
I was going to show just two, and then I'm going to go back to you, Matt. Sorry, just quickly,
That's
just because the audience demands it.
Loves them.
So this is oil can. Well, this guy. No, wait, this guy. This is the guy you were talking about. Oil can.
That's Oil Can Harry.
And this is the mouse bondage. So I'm zooming in for the audience. This is how we retain our audience. We show them what they want. There's your sexy girl in the red dress.
Pearl Pureheart.
And in like bondage, she's in a vice.
She appears to be very scared, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, she looks terrified. With that big smile and open eyes.
Well, Mighty Mouse is here, and he's going
Yeah.
against the vice.
Yeah, it's like, what's the matter, oil can? Losing your strength?
They would have Mighty Mouse on a star or up in the moon, and he would be looking down at Earth when he would see there was trouble, and then he would come down like a rocket to come after them.
Yeah.
Come on, Andreas. That's come on, man.
Yeah, so we got
That's Candy Goose right there with him.
Yeah, and this is Terry Toons number 38, which is the first appearance of Mighty Mouse
In comic books.
in comic books. Yes.
Very nice.
And
Okay,
what year
so-
is that? What year is that?
It's 1945-ish. Like that's what it says. So. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Matt. I just wanted to show those quickly because I had them handy.
Well, most of what I have is of the Looney Tunes variety. I'm a big Looney Tunes fan, and so is my daughter. So it sort of influences my choices. I've got this Tweety and Sylvester number 45.
Oh, that's cute.
That's from 1975, and it's hilarious. You see Tweety stealing. Sylvester's weighing himself and getting the fortune, and Tweety's stealing the fortune from him. So I don't know if it just says you will find love on Flag Day or something to that effect, but
I think they deliberately made Sylvester look a little pudgy there.
yeah, well, you know what always throws me off is Sylvester is actually the size of a real cat. So when there's a human in there and he's like, small, because I'm so used to thinking he's big because he's big compared to Tweety, right?
Sometimes he's bigger though in the cartoons. Sometimes he's about halfway up the waist of the maids or whatever.
Yeah, but I watched one of the older ones last week, and then it was
In Sylvester's
my
tiny
daughter and I.
comparatively?
My daughter and I will watch them together. So he was like smaller compared to everything else. So this is one I'm actually very happy to have. This is Daffy number 4. And it's the first Daffy book that's actually numbered that's not 4-color. So this is from 1946.
So it's the first Daffy non-4-color, basically.
That's right. Like the Daffy 1 to 3 are considered 4-color, 4-color books.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the first outside, and I just love the cover where Elmer Fudd is getting painted.
Did you know that picking it up, or did you?
No, it just happened to be.
That's cool. That's even better when you get a bonus. Yeah.
I was literally just buying for the covers because I like Daffy. And my daughter was
I think
like,
I made Kay Munin sort of obsessed with Zombie Tramp.
Yes.
You have to start buying some, Andreas. They're all out there.
Yeah.
Next up, I have Daffy 14.
Oh, that's really cute too.
Yeah,
I remember you picking that up actually when
Yeah.
we were at the convention.
Yeah. Well, I got that other one at the same convention. Actually, I bought the other one off the same guy. You got that Wendy the Witch?
Yeah.
Yeah. I paid $5 for that Daffy 4.
Yeah, it's a great deal, considering.
And I have a few Daffies, but I mean, like you guys all showed Mighty Mouse. So this is Daffy Duck 62, which I put on my Instagram this morning because I really thought that was funny. I thought I was being funny when I said he was into sex before marriage. So
it looks like it. It's got that, the same vibe as, Alf with the seal.
yeah, it really does. But it shows you at least like Daffy's another character that's smaller on in the cartoons than you think,
Mhm.
and because like he's the size of a real duck, and so when you see things like this, where apparently that's the real size of a saxophone, you know,
Okay.
he's pretty small actually.
Okay. So they actually did
You
do
see
the
it.
proportions correctly.
You see that Daffy is smaller. There was one episode where Daffy's pretending to be a stuffed duck in Porky Pig's house. And Porky Pig is a little bigger than he's normally drawn in it, but the dog in it is pretty big. It's a big dog. So the dog, and so Daffy's about half the size of the dog. But it's hilarious how like every stuffed duck is identical to Daffy. There's like a row of them.
Hmm.
So it's
That's
kind
cool.
of, you know. And here's one where it's a team up cover because the backup story is this character. It's Daffy Duck with his special guest, the Roadrunner. It's Daffy Duck 78,
Oh, nice.
you know, and he's trying to do a self portrait. The Roadrunner story in this book was pretty good. It was, Wile E. Coyote, I don't know why he calls himself a genius. He really is not.
He's a super genius. I could have told you that right now.
He is a
And
super
here's
genius.
another one because I seem to keep getting the ones with Daffy Duck and instruments. Here's Daffy Duck 117.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
it's another one of those ones where he's sailing under his own power there or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
This
it's
is all
done.
bone.
But it's done through the tuba or whatever this time.
I wonder if that
that's
would
all.
work.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to show this round.
Okay.
So
I'm going to show the books that I just unboxed. And then I'll go back to Stephen. So in the unboxing, there was 5 omnibuses. The first is Batman.
nice.
And it's year 1 and 2. And I guess the cool thing is, I think these are the books that are all inside.
Yes,
So
because
it's
we're
the actual story for year 1 and year 2, which is cool.
those
I
year,
actually
those
haven't
year
had a chance
ones
to read one.
are really hard to find these days because they're really, really expensive.
Yeah, I mean, of these, I only have, I think, this one right here, which is the first something or other. First, I think, of year 2 or something.
Year 1
Or year
Batman
1.
is considered to be the line between pre-crisis and post-crisis Batman. So
Cool. So this next one is Superman, the finest superhero, or the first
First
superhero.
superhero.
First superhero. And this actually includes all of these books, but it's actually really cool. It's got pretty much all the early actions. So this
Yeah.
is like all Golden Age stuff. It's like action 1 through 13 and New York World's Fair.
Who did the foreword?
Good question. There is no forward.
No foreword?
No forward. It just
I'll
goes
tell
right
you
into
on the I have these hardcover omnibuses. I have quite a few of them. I
Just
don't
goes
really
right
show
into
them
the
very
story.
much, but I have them. And a lot of times they give really good information prior to showing all the covers. I learned a whole lot of stuff from that.
Yeah, just
I see.
you know, it's all
I
the
see
Golden
they
Age.
fixed the story for Action 1. They actually put the missing page in.
Oh, which page was missing?
The first 2 pages of the story were missing. They were included when they reprinted the story in Superman 1, but they didn't put them in the Action Comics 1. Because
Okay.
if you'll look, you see that panel there where he's flying with the woman? On the top of the page, the top corner
Oh
of the
yeah,
page.
yeah, yeah.
That was
he's doing a leap. It's like
Yes.
basically.
But that was the first panel you saw in Action Comics 1. The 2
Oh,
pages
really?
previous were missing. They forgot to put them in, and they were
Forgot?
restored.
They forgot to put them in?
This
They
is like a
forgot to
pretty
put them in.
major
They
page.
didn't find them until they didn't find them until they reprinted the story for Superman 1.
So this page right here was not
Yes.
in Action Comics #1.
That's right. And neither was the
Superman
next
that's
1.
one.
crazy.
So
So
neither was the next-
Superman 1 has very specific art not available in Action 1. That's really a big deal.
It's the only it's technically the only original art in Superman 1, because Superman 1 is reprints of the stories from 1 to 4, Action
Yeah.
1 to 4.
So interesting thing about it, this page is super important because it's the one where it says he
Yeah.
can leap over tall buildings. He has
It wasn't
strengths and he's
found in
faster than a locomotive.
Yeah, it wasn't found in time for printing, so but
Wow,
they did
that's
have it for
crazy.
Superman 1.
So that's really, I'm most excited about that one. And then this one's another interesting one. We got Justice League
Oh,
of
that's a
America.
good looking one.
And
That's probably all the crossovers.
and it's all the so it's Justice League Bridge Between Two Earths. And yeah, you're probably right. It's Justice League of America 45 up. So I thought that's pretty cool.
Which is 45? What's the cover?
45 would,
45.
I think, would be in the checker.
That was
the
Crisis
Go-Go
on
checks.
Earth 3, I believe.
And then we have Wonder Woman.
Oh, another good one.
Yeah, this is, but this is, I think, third series of Wonder Woman. Because it's like, it's more modern style art.
Right.
How could you say anything except these books are the stories and everything is fantastic? You can read the whole thing without any ads. It's just good. How
Yeah.
could it be?
I know,
Yeah,
it's
that is
amazing.
the
How
third
could you
series.
say it's crummy?
Did I say it was crummy? I didn't say it was crummy.
I didn't. I wasn't implying that. I'm saying, in other words, if they're asking for your input, I mean, how could you give anything but positive input to that? I really
Well,
didn't
those
like.
look no, like these books
it's
look
like
like
awesome
they're
stuff.
great.
The artwork's
I mean,
really, really good. Okay, so
everything you've shown, I don't have a lot of it. The only one I have a reprint of I have the Superman stories from the other one.
I
and then
have.
this
I
one
do
is
have
really
those.
cool.
I do
So
have
this
all
is-
those flashes.
This is the Flash, the Human Thunderbolt,
Thunderbolt.
and it has like all these stories, which is
Yeah, I have all the showcase ones, but I don't
These
have
are-
the reprints, obviously. But I don't have
so
the
this
other
is
ones.
quite
but they're
cool.
all-
I mean, this is like if you ever wanted to read the whole story of the first Flash. It even has Gorilla Grodd, I think.
Yeah.
I think this
That's
is
the
Gorilla
first
Grodd story.
three-part. That is the first three-part story
Yeah,
that I
and-
had ever found in the Silver Age. That's the very first three. There's Who Dat.
And then we got Mirror Master.
Mirror Master. Yep.
Hi, who dat? And then we got I don't know, some really weird brain thing going on here. Well, I'm not sure what this is, but some interesting things.
I love the fact that Infantina would have hands pointing around to the various plots and pointing at like the script or pointing at a person. He says, "What's going to happen here?" And the hands are pointing around. I just love that.
So yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I'm gonna do a review video because that's part of the requirements that they forced me to do to pay for the books, basically, is I have to do a review video. But I'll give it high marks because I think they're awesome.
Oh, those are all good stories. They gave you the collections are great.
Yeah, I mean, there's what can you complain about? I mean, first of all, it's
Year
free,
1 and
but-
year 2 are fantastic reads.
Yeah,
Alan,
I
you
haven't
might wanna-
actually read.
Alan,
year
you might
one
want to
and
look
year
at
two.
the chat a little bit and say hello. That we've had quite a few
Okay.
people that have
Oh,
joined,
hi,
and there are some
Captain
questions.
Comics, and hi, Mike. Were there questions? Those are great looking books. Yes, I think so too.
Who
And
Dat
well-
here as well?
I said hi, who dat? And Constipated Caveman. Yeah, see, I think I got everybody.
John Pope. I mean, if you scroll back up,
I
there's
said Mike
several.
Pope. It's Mike Pope. I said hi, Mike Pope.
There's okay.
I got everybody.
Mm,
You don't believe me?
no.
Who did I miss? If I
Well,
missed
scroll
you,
up. Side quest.
side quest. 1 sec here. I'm checking here. Oh, side quest. Sorry, side quest.
Oh, and you missed Susie.
I can never miss Susie.
Me neither.
Hi, Susie. Hi, side quest.
Hi, Sue.
Okay, and Butterface. Look like Butterface or something there. Okay, I got everybody now. You've been gotten. Okay, happy? Can I?
No,
No, you're not happy.
but I will show some books and then I'll be happy.
Okay, you show some books. Be happy again.
Hi, Jim Lantini.
Oh, and Jim Lantini. See? Okay, I got everybody. Oh, Mike, that's very nice of you to say. You love this channel. Cool. Very cool. Okay.
Continuing now on with my Mighty Mouse collection. Here is Mighty Mouse Comics number 14 from December of 1949.
Okay, so what are they on? Is that some sort of music box or?
Yeah, they
Yeah, it
call
looks
it
like
a
a record
record
player.
player.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I
thought it was
couldn't
a record
quite
player.
tell.
Back in the old days, they had these things called records, and
Oh,
you
I
put
know
them on.
records.
And the thing is, this is really old because it has a crank. So, but they're
Oh,
having
wow.
fun riding on it. You see?
But wait, how long did they continue to have those cranky things?
Yeah, that's what threw me off a little bit.
Like
I don't remember ever seeing a crank one
I've seen crank ones like in history books or where it's like
or
old
museums.
If you've
school
ever
stuff.
been to an antique mall, you can't miss them.
But did you like when you were a kid? Did they still have cranks?
No, Lao is correct. Lyle is right. Gramophone. Same thing with Lyle is gramophone.
yes.
Lao is Victrola. The Victrola was the first, and a lot of those had wax cylinders on them because
Yes.
they couldn't figure out. And then they had wax platters, and that's like the 78s were all wax. They called them waxies, shellac and stuff like that. They did what they could, and it's fascinating when you listen to historic voices on those things. Queen
I
Victoria.
just watched a YouTube video about that where they had recordings from like the 1800s.
Yeah.
And I guess that was a popular thing that they did where they would get all these like sort of famous people to try out putting their voice onto these
Yes.
vinyls or whatever. They used wax cylinders actually.
Yes.
And it was just like a cool thing to do so that they could get them. Basically, it was a sales pitch, right? And it really worked because people were like, oh, my voice is.
Didn't the Emperor of Japan tell his people they were surrendering by record?
I don't
know.
remember that.
I don't know.
I do know that I do.
Did he make a recording on a record that was played on the radio?
I do know that that there is an artifact that is owned by some GI that was there when Hirohito surrendered, and he was a god. It said, and so he had some tea in this bowl, and then when the thing was over, he had tea again from the same bowl, and it was that. Here is a bowl that was owned by a god who became immortal because he was considered a god. It's quite a thing. Here is Mighty Mouse Comics, Volume 1, number 15 from February of 1950. And here's your oil can Harry again.
Oh yeah, he's electrocuting poor little Mighty Mouse though.
And you will notice voices, and you will notice that Mighty Mouse's cape is orange with a red underside, and he has orange leggings and red shoes with orange bottoms.
Yeah, yellow bottoms, you mean?
Not yellow bottoms. The bottoms of his feet are orange, but yes.
Oh, okay. I thought
but
you
his
meant
trunks, and his tunic are yellow. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like originally he has red.
Understood. The colorists there would be a certain amount of variation on that, which is fun. Here is Paul Terry Comics, no number, from May of 1951.
Oh, that's interesting. And which company is producing this one?
Paul Terry.
Oh, so this is Paul Terry Company.
Yeah,
okay.
This is Paul Terry Comics. This is the only one I have from 1951.
Wow.
But again, his cape is orange on the top and red underneath, and now his trunks are orange and his shoes are red as well. So this during this time frame, this is how they drew Mighty Mouse. But isn't that fun?
That is really cool. And you got Pearl there too for all the fans in the audience watching.
For all the fans, yeah. Heckle and Jekyll. You have Andy Goose, who really didn't go, and then is this Farmer Alfalfa? Yeah, Farmer Alfalfa.
Wow.
I believe Heckle and Jekyll was the first Paul Terry cartoon.
I think so. I'm actually trying to get their first appearance, which is in the Funnies.
This is Mighty Mouse number 27 from July. I guess I take it back. I do have others from 51. July of 51.
Okay.
Wow.
And who's the cat?
A cat.
A Cat. Oh, that's an interesting name.
Just a
Oh.
cat.
So this is his first appearance.
Is this the
It's-
first appearance
it's all-
of A Cat?
Mice, cats, and mice.
Mhm.
One of the ones I was going to show, but I'm showing Mighty Mouse tonight. My whole collection of Mighty Mouse. I have a lot more. I love Space Mouse because the planet Felinia or whatever it is,
Mhm.
and I love all the trick science stuff that they had. That was Walter Lantz came up with that Space
Yeah,
Mouse.
yeah.
Really good.
Was Mighty Mouse the first Super Mouse, or was like
I think
Atomic
so.
Mouse?
I'm unaware of
and
any
all those
other.
ones?
I'm unaware of any
I
other.
think he was the first mouse, definitely, because I don't think he was the first comic mouse, but he was the first
Hi,
super
K-pop.
mouse on the screen, like to have a cartoon.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
mean,
don't think there were any- I
I'm
mean-
saying sort of super powered mouse is my thought. Yeah.
Unless, of course, you count the kangaroo, who everybody thought was a giant mouse in the Bugs Bunny cartoons.
I think this is long before the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Far and away.
So we know that Mighty Mouse is 1945 or slightly earlier. Oh, hey, K-pop's here.
Hello,
Hey, K-pop.
K-pop. There is actually JX. There is actually a character called Super Mouse that they've also an Atomic Mouse too. They
Atomic Mouse as well.
Yeah,
it was all based on the popularity of Mighty Mouse that they came in and they cobbled their own.
Yeah.
This
I think
is
Atomic Mouse is like 1950 though. I think it's much
Yeah.
They
later.
had to change the name from Super Mouse because DC threatened a lawsuit.
is that so?
They were already emboldened when they were suing Fawcett. So
Wow.
basically, they claimed they had the right to put super in front of anything.
Oh, really?
And
Was
courts
changed
agreed
in
with
the
them.
eighth- In the 8th cartoon, says JX, Marty Mouse name was changed in the 8th movie. I would
Oh,
hate
wow.
cartoon movie.
So he was originally Super Mouse, and then he became Mighty Mouse as a result of the DC being kind of weird.
Yes, well, DC, Harry Donenfeld, not the nicest man on the planet, and he was quicker than the joke about Disney and their lawyers. He was pretty quick to sue everybody.
Oh,
That's nice. It's nice to see that some things
yeah,
never
they gotta
change.
put their lawyers to use, right?
Hmm
I don't know. This is The Adventures of Mighty Mouse number 10, and this is a birthday book for me. This is from September of 1953.
That's cool. And is that still Pearl? Because Pearl usually has like yellow.
Yeah,
hair.
but she has dark hair periodically, but I'm certain that that's Pearl.
Okay.
Because the first girl you see has dark hair. I showed it to you.
Yeah.
She had the one that they were on the cat ship, the cat yacht, the cat sailboat.
yeah.
She had dark hair in that too.
She used mouse peroxide in order to blonde her hair.
Now you'll notice that his costume now has been modified so that it's all red now, and red and yellow.
Yeah.
Pure. There's no orange.
Well,
Yeah.
the orange kind of costumes look so much better when they're, two colors. Sometimes you
Two
can add a
tones,
third
yeah.
color, but the colors have to be primary. Or green. You throw
Well, I
in the
think
orange with
and
the,
red you can kind of mix, and it's
yeah,
okay.
orange and red and yellow just don't look well together. If they had thrown in a blue or a purple or even a green, it might have worked better.
Oh, I don't want you guys fiddling around with my Mighty Mouse
Mighty Mouse.
stuff. I mean, you have all these high tone ideas about coloring and stuff. I'm afraid that it just won't go.
You know what I always thought was weird about Mighty Mouse, and this is just a personal thing. Why doesn't he have some? I feel like he should have something on his chest. You know, like how Superman has like his like S on the chest.
He didn't need it, like an MM or something like
yeah, I
that
was
on
thinking
his
like an
chest.
MM.
That
Like,
would be
yeah, that's exactly what I
fr-
was thinking. MM.
That would be because it would take too long to draw.
See,
His real name is Mike Mouse. You're absolutely
Mouse.
right.
yeah.
They did everything they could to make the drawing the cells easy so that they could get them out quick.
Yeah, I figured.
Like
that.
the one thing I know about Looney Tunes, the eye can see 24 frames a minute and every second, sorry, and everything looks normal.
Mhm.
But what what Bugs Bunny Warner Brothers did to cut down on the amount of art was, instead of doing 24 frames a second, they did 12 and doubled them. Like they'd take 2 shots and
Oh,
then 2
wow.
shots and then 2 shots. That way it saved them from having more drawings and having to pay their artists more and all that other stuff.
So they use the same shot twice.
Yeah.
In a row.
This
Isn't
is
that-
Mighty Mouse number 48 from December of 1953. Alan, here he is, like your one with the guy with his head getting banged
Oh, I like that.
in a bell, and this is a painted cover.
That's a really cool cover, actually.
Isn't
I
that
haven't
awesome?
seen that one before. I like that.
That
And
fun?
he's ringing his bell, basically.
He really is he rang his bell.
Yes, he
That's
clapped
fun.
out.
That is fun.
Now, this one that I'm showing you here is absolutely the rarest Mighty Mouse book that there is. There is no Mighty Mouse book that's as rare as this. Years ago, in 1989, when I first got onto eBay and joined and what have you, this book, and I think this very book, showed up, and it was too expensive at the time, and I wanted it very much because it's such an oddity. But years later, I mean, like the last, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, I finally had an opportunity to buy one. And what this is this is Paul Terry's Mighty Mouse Adventure Stories. It is 384 pages
I mean, that's
of
massive.
Mighty Mouse stories. It was a 50-cent book, and it's from 1953. And here it
Is
is.
that in the Gerber book?
I don't
Is
know
it
if it is.
Because I mean that's a good way to find out the answer, Mark, about how rare it might be.
Yeah.
It's obviously rare because that's the type of thing I've never even heard of this, being a comic book this big.
I mean,
Three-
it's massive.
From then,
300, and it still has its spine in both covers, and interior pages are off-white.
is it glued or is it bound?
It's glued. It's a glued cover. It's not. It's a square bound. It's a square bound,
So usually those square bounds, they kind
and
of
it has
split.
just a whole bunch. Look, it's a whole bunch of books that have been. I think they're remainders. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books.
Oh yeah, similar to the EC annuals, right? Where they just
Now-
throw in.
And
four
Fox
books
did it
together.
all the time too, where they
Fox
took
did it all the time. But is it the situation where you don't get the complete story because sometimes they remove that first page because that's
No,
the cover?
but Mighty Mouse generally did not have the inside cover story. It's the
I
inside
think-
cover was an
I think
advertisement.
that was only a Fox thing, Alan. Because
Okay.
It was more so a Fox thing than it was the Mighty Mouse thing.
Yeah.
Because that
but
was
this
really
is-
annoying about
isn't
those
this-
reprints.
But
for
isn't
Fox.
this just an incredible survivor? I mean, how many?
Yeah,
I've only ever seen this one book. I've only seen it once in all the time I've ever. Fiddle was saying I've been collecting Mighty Mouse for years and I've never seen this. I only
Mhm.
saw it once, and then when I had a chance to get it again, I didn't. I made sure that I got it because hello, Beyond Wednesdays.
What
I
year
just
is
think
it?
1953. It's my birthday. It's as old as I am.
Oh, that's very cool. It's cool that's your birth year. That's very awesome.
But 384 pages.
That's I remember when you
Yeah, but
told me
it-
when you got this book, you told me about it, and then you had me doing some weird quest where I had to find out, is it the biggest comic that's ever been produced?
It is. This is.
I couldn't find anything bigger, so
No, this is the biggest regular comic book ever.
Mhm.
that's awesome. Like,
And-
yeah, no, there's no doubt about that. Like, I've never even heard of a 384 page
I mean, that's
book. I've
massive.
heard of the 192 because those are the 4.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
only
but
thing that I
not,
found that was bigger was like something where it was like,
Lyle, you have this one? Do you actually have this?
oh, Lyle has it.
Do you actually? Or are you just having fun with Alan? If you actually have this, I'm stunned because I've never seen this.
I've seen some of the stuff Lyle has. He's got some rare and wonderful stuff.
I mean, he's
By the
got
way,
100,000
Come on,
books in his collection.
show some more of this stuff. You got to be on Alan, right?
Well, actually,
Lyle?
Lyle is going to be my guest on my live stream this Tuesday.
Pull some of this stuff out, Lyle. I want to see. It's
Yeah,
Mark Mueller, the original graphic novel, Mr. Mueller.
yeah, it's very.
So anyway, I just wanted to.
Oh,
It's
so Lyle bought it 18 years ago.
I don't believe you. You have to show it. You have to
Okay,
show
Lyle,
it. I
you'll have
don't
to come
believe
on the
you.
show and show it. It's an awesome book, though.
There you
I'm
go.
just amazed that the edge is not
The
split.
spine is beautiful. It should be smashed and crashed and
That should
cracked
be
and all the
that,
ink off of it.
that belongs in a museum.
Well, thank you. I'll
Like,
be there with it. And here's the guy that had it. Oh my God.
You realize
It's the
your
Crypt
place is-
Keeper. It's the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
This also came out in 1953 as well. And this is the Mighty Mouse album. This one's only 25 cents, but it's a big one too.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's a nice one too.
I've
You know,
seen that
see-
one actually, but I don't have it.
I've in my mind I've known these books exist, but never having seen them before, and now you guys are showing them. It's like I'm getting serious. Like I need these.
FOMOs?
Yes, full.
You
I
know,
don't
and,
like.
and
full-
you're like Susan says she believes Lyle. Can you believe this, people? Look at that, my own bride.
Mm.
I tell you, I don't get no respect.
Listen, tune into my show on Tuesday. The stuff Lyle has told me he's got the
Oh,
show.
you are such a
Going to
master marketer. You're a master marketer,
So
Mr. Atkinson. My God.
he
Hopefully
says
not,
he
Mr.
doesn't show
Mueller.
it very often. That's the one is in the safety deposit box. Wow.
In a safety deposit. Oh, right. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Lyle. You have to go get it. Go down to your bank there in a Bug Tussle and get it. You know, get it out. And I want to see that. Why don't you bring some of those books and show them, Mr. Exclusive Big Lyle? What do you think about that?
Okay.
Rain on my parade.
Mm.
So this is Adventures of Mighty Mouse number 10 from January 1954.
That's
Revolt at the Zoo.
Revolt at the Zoo. Wow.
And he's stomping on his paw. Isn't that fun?
That is really cool.
All of these are St. John.
Canada has banks. Yes, it does.
Our banks are better than your banks.
Our banks are bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have it. You really have it made up there in your socialist, non-rights country that taxes the hell out of you and makes your mails cost 10 times more than anywhere else and is slower than me sending a package to England to get something up to Canada and have
I
them
know.
open it up
That's so
and
great.
Oh.
crap all over your stuff, and you can't even talk in freedom of speech or anything. Or if you say anything derogatory, they can put you in jail. What a great country! And enjoy your banks. That's
Mhm.
nasty, isn't it? Here is Mighty Mouse number 52 from April of 1954. I do love Canada. I really do. Some of my best buddies are in Canada, to be honest.
Do I know them?
No, you don't. Mystery in the Museum. Still more St. John with a beautiful green and yellow cover. Isn't that fun?
That's interesting. Strangely,
That
it
is
reminds me of like the Flash book. You know, where it's like the two sides. You know.
Oh, yes. One goes in
uh,
time, back in time, and regular.
yeah.
120, 124, 25, something like
Yeah.
that. 126. Right through there. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Don't worry, Lyle. We believe you. Oh, the chat. Look how quick they turn, Alan. See how quickly they turn on you? Just like that. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding and suffering to bring these books to you, to show you these things. And then I have some guy, a nudnik in the crowd, who says, I'm talking up my book, and he says, I have that book. Sounds like somebody I know.
So speaking of somebody you know, what time is it?
It is 8 minutes till. I was going to say at 5. That's why I
Okay,
kept looking at
I'm
my
just
clock.
checking, just checking, just checking.
Well, listen, you better go. Do you want to leave Matt on with his? How many books do you have to show, Matt?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, we'll take your time and talk. Alan, go.
Yeah.
I'll say for a couple more minutes, and then I'll
No,
go.
go. Put Matt on then.
Okay, Matt.
Put Mr. Matt
There you
on.
Okay, continuing with the Looney Tunes theme, here's another Beep Beep the Roadrunner. And in this
Okay.
one, in all 3 stories, Coyote orders from Acme.
Acme is a great company.
I know they have everything and nothing
Yeah.
at the same time. Nothing seems to work right though.
No, I mean their
Must be
bombs
made,
always
must be
work.
made in the USA.
Oh, there is
I've
actually a real Acme company, by the way.
Really? Is it named
I've-
after
I've-
the cartoon?
I don't know. I don't know which came first. That's true, right, Stephen? That there is a real Acme company.
I think there has to be somewhere.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Does anybody know what Acme stands for?
American company. I don't know. Do you know what?
I don't know either. Like that was a legit question.
Be a
Chat,
good trivia question.
if any of you know what Acme means, would you put it in the chat? Oh, they made anvils, of course.
Yes, they made anvils. That'd be so true.
That is one thing I'll never understand. The obsession of Looney Tunes and only Looney Tunes with the anvils.
With anvils dropping on people's heads.
I mean, and they included that. Like the funniest thing is that anybody's ever watched Animaniacs was when the 3 of them went to a country called Anvilania,
Okay.
and the guy would sing their national anthem, and it was like Anvilania.
5 minutes till, Alan.
Okay, I'm gonna head out. So Matt, you gotta entertain everybody while I'm gone.
Look at me not juggling.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Now I'm going to
any ferret updates, Matt?
Well, I did find this one cartoon-like character. He's not an actual cartoon, but he acts like one, and he's French, and he's called the Ferret.
Ferret?
That's right. Le Ferret. Sorry, I just had it out. I just had to do it. Okay. This time I'm switching to, I'm not sure what the company was. Off the top of my head, I can't remember who had this, but this is Inspector Clouseau, the inspector from Pink Panther.
Yes.
Number 4. And honestly, it's really well. I was surprised. I got a couple of these inspectors, and they're well written. They really capture the essence. And these books came out after the Peter Sellers movies. So with the Inspector Clouseau, so they really captured the Peter Sellers part there.
Yes, the ferret obsession is unhealthy, and I confess to you that I went onto eBay, and a guy had a group of them. In other words, he had 4 or 5 issues of number 1, then the other number 1, and then even one before, and it was a grand total of, I think, $19.50 for like about 8 books. So this gives you some idea of how rare and fabulous the ferret is.
I told you we're going to get it to 2. We're going to get them to $2 each. Okay. The inspector. Yeah. So here's one where the Pink Panther was actually a guest star in the book. The first one I showed, the Pink Panther doesn't show up at all, and the cover actually nails the main story where the Pink Panther distracts the inspector enough that other crimes go on around him, and he's completely clueless to that.
The later cartoons by Patty Freeling, when they had the ones in the late 60s and into the 70s, do not have the charm of the earlier ones where he's just sort of hopping along to the music by Mancini. I just think that and of course the movie The Pink Panther with Peter Sellers and Robert Wagner and with Claudia Cardinal and of course Peter Sellers
Mhm.
is just so much fun. It really is. And Shot in the Dark, I think, is the first of the Inspector that has George Sanders and Elkie Summer, and they have the nudist colony and stuff and everything that they go to. It is just so funny.
It really is. Like, that kind of humor is for its time, and it's timeless at the same time. It's just, I like comedy that was done before everybody got too sensitive about it, and I feel a lot of these movies can never be made again. Partly because the talent is gone, and partly because the sensitivity isn't there. Somebody's going to get upset, and things are going to go crazy. So a lot of people won't make them anymore. That's too bad. By the way, did you see the thing I draped over the comics?
I did indeed, but you really must have run out of stuff to put that up.
No, that's how I'm representing today. I put that up so that I wouldn't have to go running to throw it on because I was running late, as you know.
Very good.
Okay, so this one, okay, I'm switching again. There was a cartoon in French. I'm not sure there's an English version of this one, but I saw it when I was a kid on the Ontario French Network, and it was Little Lulu. Well, this is Tubby from Little Lulu. And I really like that elephant who's trying to sneak the peanuts from the. This was a pure cover buy when I saw it because I just thought the elephant was hilarious. And I ended up enjoying the book.
May I just make an observation?
You
That
may.
even at this time, you'll notice that the poor elephant has a cuff on its rear
Yeah.
leg. I really don't like that.
I don't
really
like it either. I
like
didn't
it at all.
see it when I first got it till I got home because I was looking at how you look at it in a bin
And then you see now just I want to just say there's that one show where the elephant was able, when they would make the lemonade and all the lemonade would disappear. Susan always loves this story. And he would slip his foot out of the restraint, walk over, drink all of the lemonade, walk back and slip his foot back into the restraint. And they couldn't figure out what the hell was going on, where it was going. And the elephant was so sharp that it was able to figure that out and do it.
Well,
And
elephants are majestic creatures. We've taken the kids to the zoo a couple times, and the elephants there are just so.
well, we had the first elephant born in captivity here in Portland. We specialize in pachyderms here at the Portland Zoo, which is now the Oregon Zoo. And the very first, the father's name was Thonglaw. I think they brought him in from, I think, India. And Rosie was the name of our elephant female.
Right.
And then they had Packy, was the Packy for pachyderm.
Nice.
And then they basically built this huge compound. If you look at the Oregon Zoo, we are famous for pachyderms. And when go to visit them, hi, did you win?
Yep, I won.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
can you divulge it, or are you going to save it for later?
It was Catman number 19, and it's the
With
one
you
where
with
it got Hitler, Tojo, and Mussolini on the cover. They're getting punched and they're getting flying in the air.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
That's a rare book.
Wonderful.
Such a rare book.
Yeah, it's a green label, just so you know, but it's a 4.0 copy.
Why is it green?
It's missing a page.
Does it affect the story?
Probably, but it's a bit of a cover buy. But yeah, so it's but even as a green label, like even a 0.5 normally goes for about 1,500.
Boy, that's a rare book, man.
So
do you know the census on it, Alan? Just out of curiosity.
It's like 30 on the census.
Okay.
It's a bit higher because it is a Hitler cover, kind of.
Oh, I mean, if anything of that vintage that has that. Who did the cover? Is it Schomburg?
No, it's Chaz Quinlan.
Chaz Quinlan. Okay, he
Yeah.
was the very first, I believe, that
Yeah,
did
he's the
Catman.
early. Pretty much most of the early ones were Chaz Quinlan, and then it switched over to LB Cole.
Who created Catman?
I think it was Chaz Quinlan.
Okay,
Chaz Quinlan and
High
what's the other
Pockets
guy's
full. Tyler,
There's also John Hayes
Hi,
has a question
John.
as well.
okay.
John he's asking if anyone has a Shmoo comic.
Oh,
I
I know
do.
that Alan does.
I have the very first Shmoo comic
He
actually.
loves the schmooze.
So my mother was really into Shmoo, and she would go on about it all the time. So
That started as a 50s comic strip, if I remember correctly, right?
it's actually earlier
No, it
than
was
that.
a Little Abner. It was that they had
Yeah.
bullseyes on their fannies, and they enjoyed being kicked in the butt,
So
Yeah,
Shmoo
okay.
was
Oh,
created by Al
right. Little
Capp.
Abner. That's it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
created by
ate
Al
them.
Capp.
They taste great. So they basically they were just total fodder. They just kick them around, cook them, and eat them. I mean, Al Capp just they're the butt of every joke going on. What does
And yet
Lyle
they got
say,
a
Alan?
cartoon,
I
and
mean,
Little Abner didn't.
Big Matt, what is Lyle saying? He's using dirty words in French.
He's
Look,
saying, yes,
likes,
me too. He likes comics.
Yeah. Band Dessinée is just comic books.
Band dessinée. Yeah.
I listened to Matt on this one, Alan. I think your French is not credible. Sorry.
Okay, so moi is aussi just means me
Me too.
also. And then Gem is
It's not
I
working.
like.
I'm sorry. I only will listen to Matt when it comes to French. But I'm
He's
waiting,
right,
Lyle.
though.
Lyle, you gotta go and get that book and show me. I'm from Missouri on that one. Bring some of the books out of your safety deposit box. I'm showing you junk. Why don't you show us some of your good stuff too? I want to see what you got. Okay? I'm throwing the gauntlet down. I'm not calling BS on you, Lyle, because you wouldn't kid about something as important as a funny book. So, but I want to see some of this stuff now. Instead of showing me all these British ones with Tommy Knocker, where he's running around with a ball in his head or something like that. I mean, those are cute and everything else, and they're old and they're antiquated, and so am I. But let's show me some of the good stuff instead of all this tail end stuff, selvage that you show. What do you think about that?
Constipated Caveman would be lay with the LES Expo, because that's the plural.
Okay,
What is
wait, I'm gonna-
Expo?
Expos, the Montreal Expos. That's
Oh.
what he's referring to.
I'm
How do you
grabbing some
say
comics to show.
losers in Canadian?
In Canadian?
It depends. It depends what they're losers of, because if they lost a game or something, there's like on that perdu, meaning they
Hell,
lost.
dude. Yeah.
You know, and if you want to call them losers, then I believe that's Justin.
Alan, Mr. Fam or
Oh.
Fam says, what do you think about Four Color with 16 first Mickey Mouse appearance? Seems tempting as my next pick. Now you have that book, do you not?
I've been trying to get that book for a long time. I missed out on it a couple times. It is actually right now is a good time to pick it up, believe it or not. It's come up for auction 2 or 3 times in the last couple months, and always has gone under the past records for it. So I by a large margin as well. So it's sold cheaply twice in the last couple of months. Like when I say cheaply, I mean half of what it sold for in the past.
Hi, Biggie.
Hey, Biggie.
Biggie. Well, I got 4 more books if you want to.
Let's go, and then I will show some, or Alan can show some cartoons.
I'll show some. I
Well, let Matt finish his, and then you and I will then slug it out.
Okay, sure. I didn't know, like when I came in, I didn't know if Matt was done and just sort of.
No, I was almost done. The
Okay.
last one are all one character from Walt Disney, and it's my favorite character from Walt Disney, Donald Duck.
Oh,
This
cool.
one is Donald Duck 35.
Oh, very nice.
My
picked this
favorite
up-
too.
What I picked this one up from the same guy I got the Daffy 4 from, and the other Daffy.
Okay.
That guy is one of the few guys that has Golden Age.
He has a lot of like
yeah.
cartoony.
Lao, it was Rosaire Paiement from if you know who I'm talking about at the Sportsplex shows. The French guy. So this is number 40. I can't read if it's 43 or 45.
Show it to the audience, and then
Yeah,
we can tell you.
43. I do. I just wanted to make sure I had the right number. I like this because he's sitting at a glass table eating ice cream, and he's got the kids underneath looking up at him. It's like, give me. As a father, I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
So we even had a
Yeah, it's
glass
hard to
table.
get anything like if you have some treat, the kids always want to steal it from you.
Yeah. You have to do like we did and pawn them off on the in-laws to get a chance to go out. Okay, this one is Walt Disney 152. This one they're in gold key now. And I like this cover because, he's like, look, no hands. And he looks like he's feeling tickled by Daisy, who looks absolutely frightened and resigned to her fate.
Or it could be something else going on there, but okay.
Let's look where your mind goes.
And the last one I have,
This is weird.
this one is Donald Duck 153, and it has one of my favorite non-Disney characters because she was made by Carl Barks, Magica de Spell.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love
that's.
her.
I
She's
have
awesome.
her. I have 4 copies of her first appearance,
I
and
have
it's
one
it's
copy.
Scrooge on a bed with dollar signs on the cover.
Dollar signs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that book. It's one of the ones that I would like to get, but I've got other books I want to get.
I
first.
like Magica de Spell a lot. I think she's a great character. She wants the magic of the old number 1 dime,
which
Yeah.
is hilarious
She's always
because
happier.
she should have just married Uncle Scrooge.
Really, why would he marry her?
I don't know. They always seem to have a chemistry. It's like that Goldie girl, from the Life and Times of Uncle Scrooge. They had a thing going, but they never would admit it.
Okay.
Alan, what would a good price be for a 2.5 listed on eBay?
So
What do
I
you
was just
say?
gonna say I didn't want to interrupt Matt. So the
Okay,
thing
I'm
is,
done.
like, they've been going down lately. So probably I think the one listed on eBay is like at 4,000 or higher. It should probably be around $1,000 a point. It would be my guess, based on just on the recent sales, not based on past sales. So I would say like 2,500 to 3,000, maybe 3,500 at the top.
Good luck, fam. Good luck. That would be a
Yeah,
great
it is a book that
wine.
I actually wanted to get at one point. Are you done, Matt?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am finished.
Okay.
I want to take a second though to answer John Hayes' question here.
Okay.
For Disney comics, particularly Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Uncle Scrooge, recently Boom Comics for about 3 years took Italian stories from Italy, and translated them into English and published them as new Donald Duck and then Uncle Scrooge and Mickey Mouse stories. But that only lasted like 3.5 years or so. I was buying them all at the time, but I ended up batch selling them when I was in a bad mood and for the
I
first
saw
time in my life
that.
sold books.
Yeah, what's his name has all your books.
Rob, yes.
Who?
Our local comic store. I want them back. He has them there cheap. I'm probably going to buy them back again because
Yeah, I was debating about buying them, but then I thought, I don't want to.
You were going to buy them for Matt? What a nice gesture.
No, I wasn't going to buy them.
Alan?
So to answer
Nice
your
gesture.
question, John, across Europe they do that all the time. Finnish stories end up in France. Italian stories end up in Germany. German stories end up in Belgium. It happens a lot over there.
Mhm.
And so
American comics end up in Mexico, and
Yeah.
God forbid Canada.
Mm.
but I'm talking about being printed in different languages, like he said,
Yeah.
like his question
They
says.
print
So
the Dick Tracy's I got are printed in Mexican Spanish.
In Spanish.
Same stories.
the last thing I'll say about that, John, is for the most part, these European stories are original. They're written in the original language. Most of them are Italian at first.
Mhm. Actually, I think I have one. Here, I'll
Amen,
show-
Biggie. Amen.
I think this is actually a first appearance as well. I forgot who. So this is Picsou. This is a
Okay,
French
so
one.
that's
obviously.
Is that French or Belgian?
I think this is good question. I could open up and find out. One sec here. We'll find out in 2 seconds here. It's in a really crappy
mean,
bags.
I just asked because Disney's actually bigger in Belgium than it was in France for a while. So,
This is weird. It says Italy.
oh, it might be a French translation, but and printed in Italy.
But okay, so it's weird. Printed in Italy, but it's also for France. I'm not sure if you can see the indicia.
White pages
Oh,
on that, baby. It's nice looking book. Look at the colors. What
Mhm.
year?
But it's the first appearance of this dude, I think. One of the bird characters. I think it's this guy.
Ludwig
like-
von Drake?
Yeah, I think so.
What is the first appearance of Ludwig von Drake?
So there's
He was a
the
cartoon.
World of Ducks that has him. But this is supposedly before that. So yeah. But yeah, actually this has a Magica Dispel story in it as well.
I
Very
love
cool.
Magica. She's great.
She's pretty
Oh,
awesome.
and there's the wizard gal from Sword in the Stone.
is it Launchpad? Launchpad? No, I don't think it's Launchpad.
Do you see the witch from Sword in the Stone right there with Magica?
I know, I saw that. I thought that was weird. Isn't that weird that she's in
No
it?
dragons. Sword in the Stone is a really good one. When they
Yeah.
have their battle.
I mean, these things are quite long. If you look at it, it's like
Oh.
109 pages. More
All
than-
American. One thing that okay, this is how Italy is. Italy loves Disney so much that Mussolini, in banning everything else American, allowed the
Allowed for
Disney,
Disney?
stuff to come through.
That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to show you an old Mickey Mouse magazine. This is from 1939.
Cool.
I just think it's cool whenever Mickey Mouse has like a gun or something, non-typical for Mickey Mouse.
Such a
And-
great design.
And this is like speaking of 4-color 16, this is 4-color 16.
Nice.
So there was 2 series of 4 colors, right? This is the other 4-color 16.
Yeah,
But
it's the
this is the
second
very
one that's
first
right?
Porky the Pig.
Yeah.
It's not Porky the Pig, it's Porky Pig.
Porky Pig. Okay.
And what's his
That's good.
girlfriend's name?
Petunia.
Petunia.
Okay.
Okay.
Porky Pig
Gotta
was
get
the
your
first
approval.
one. Porky Pig was the first Looney Tunes character, 1935.
And you guys know what the key of this is, right?
The first cover that has a Christmas wreath.
No. Close though.
First
cover
Pinocchio.
something. First
It's
Pinocchio.
the first Pinocchio.
Yes. I knew you were joking, but
Well,
we'll still not give you the point.
we should go see if Steven's nose grew on that
And
one.
then you know this one as well, right?
That's the first Uncle Scrooge cover.
Yep. That's his first cover right there.
Very nice.
So
That's
this was
very,
in
very cool.
between Bear Mountain and the poor little rich man.
I actually found out this week that Gargamel was based on a real person, and
Oh,
I
really?
can't remember who it is. Yeah, it was somebody. Peo was making fun of somebody when he made it. When he made
Who?
Gargamel.
And this is the first appearance of the Great Gazoo.
Oh, Flintstone, you fool. Hey, Kazoo!
Yeah, I really like. I don't know. I like his little adventures.
I will
that he
tell
does.
you, when Pebbles and
If I
Bam Bam
remember
came on,
correctly,
it sucked.
Kazoo was inspired by
I liked
Batmite.
Pebbles and Bam Bam. I didn't like when they got older. I liked when they were babies, but once they got older, like when they had the teenage version of Pebbles and Bam Bam, it wasn't as interesting.
Well, that was a
4-Color
70s.
Comics, John Hayes. 4-Color Comics.
Yeah,
That's a company.
it's the name of It's the name
It's
of
the
a
name, publisher.
yeah.
It's a reference to the fact that with printing you have 4 basic colors.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
basically what it
Scrappy
was.
Doo was really, really bad.
Oh, I hated
Um,
Scrappy Doo. Scrappy Doo
that
is so obnoxious.
that Gizmo guy was inspired by Batmite.
Oh yes, yes, totally. Um,
No, they admitted the guys who
no,
got
no, no.
Hanna
It's
Barbera,
obvious. That's obvious.
you know,
Yeah. Then we got the homage, Mighty Mouse and
very nice.
Pearl.
That book is like a $2 or $3 book. There's
I
this
know.
there's no I looked at that because I said, gee, that would be a good one to have. And then I saw there's a zillion of them for, just beans.
Yeah, no, it's not an expensive book, but it's a cool one.
Which is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, and this last one that I'm going to show is large feature comic number 7.
Pluto saves the ship. Very
Yeah,
That's
do you
the
nice.
guys
first
know what
Pluto.
this is?
First Pluto.
No,
First ship.
no. It's
First
actually a major
Huey,
comic.
first
It's actually
Huey, Dewey,
really
and Louie.
no. It's
What
the
is it?
first Carl Barks art in
Oh,
Disney.
that would make that would be a good book to have.
Yeah, so this is the first time
That's a
Carl
hard
Barks.
book to find.
So Carl Barks actually, before this, he did do some cartooning before this. Obviously, he worked for the Calgary Eye Opener of all publishing things.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember
Yeah,
reading that.
but this is his first time working at Disney. So yeah, so that's my little bit. I'll go back to you, Stephen. I'll let you
I'm
wrap
ready.
it up. Okay.
I will wrap it up.
Okay, you wrap it up.
Here is Mighty Mouse number 61 from March of 1955.
Very
Nice.
nice.
I really like the background, and then the nice yellow and red on top of that.
It's another painted cover.
Yeah.
This is Mighty Mouse number 62 from April of 1955.
Oh, that's interesting. Is that a
No.
painted cover?
What's that?
Is that a painted cover?
Yeah, it's another painted cover.
That's really nice.
Isn't that
That
fun?
reminds me of like.
Now you'll notice the code. It's quite large. This is from April of 55. So this may be the first code stamped book.
It's probably early.
Mighty
Yeah, it'd
Mouse.
be early one at least.
Yeah, it's way early because September of 54. So this would have been made probably if this is April, probably was made in February. So I bet you a nickel that this is the very first code book.
Oh,
That's
we got to take that bet. We're gonna make a nickel, guys.
Lyle will talk later.
Say again?
Lyle put a comment in the thing, so yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, just show like the first 10,000 comics. That's all.
Just show the ones in the box. That's what I would like. This is Mighty Mouse number 65 from September of 1955. So I was 2 when this came out. This is another birthday book, September of
nice.
55.
That's
Aren't
very
they
cool.
great?
Yeah, that's really. I like that one. It's another one of these painted cover ones too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way the is that a vulture or condor or something?
Mm-hmm. Here is, wow, this has got a big. This is Mighty Mouse Comics number 128 from November of 55. Look at the code stamp on this baby.
Oh wow, it's like so. It must be like 55.
That's November of 55.
Oh, you said November of 55. Sorry, yeah, it's whenever
all
they have
right.
a big stamp like that. Yeah.
That's cool. You're absolutely right because in 55 and 56 they made them even bigger.
Oh boy.
Am I putting you to sleep, Matt?
No. I'm not saying oh boy. I'm saying oh boy to the size of the stamp. It's like if it was much bigger, it might as well be the cover.
Here is an oddball that another company that took these. This is CBS Television Presents The Adventures of Mighty Mouse, number 130 from August of 1956.
By the way, is anyone watching the Logan Paul?
The
battle that's going on?
undercard is fighting right now, evidently.
Oh, okay, so we still got time. That's what we're saying.
I only have a few more. Here is another CBS Television presents the new Mighty Mouse. It has a Terry Toons logo as well. This is from May of 1957. This is new Mighty Mouse is number 73.
That's really cool. They made
And you'll
him look
notice
really
it's
huge.
Pines Comics. This is presented by Ned Pines.
Very nice.
And it has the CBS eyeball logo as well. I mean, it's got all manner of marketing here. You see up on the upper left is Pines Comics logo, the tree,
Mhm.
pine tree.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that Mighty Mouse was in so many different companies.
Here is CBS TV presents Adventures of Mighty Mouse number 140 from September of 1958. Again, a Pines book.
Wow.
And there's that dopey dog that's one of the ones that was
Yeah.
in.
The thing that I would agree with, and a lot of people have said, Paul Terry's cartoons were kind of dull,
Really?
with the exception.
I
with the
disagree.
exception of-
I disagree wholeheartedly.
I
with
said
that.
some people say this, but with the exception of Mighty Mouse. But a lot of people thought
Yes,
that
it is.
Heckle and Jack.
Yes.
A lot of people thought Heckle and Jekyll, at least the books that I've read. I haven't watched enough to give an opinion. But Heckle and Jekyll were considered to be very annoying and hard on the ears on some people's cases with their yapping back and forth.
Heidi ho, and away we go. See you next week in a brand new show. That's Heckle and Jekyll.
Okay.
Here's the Adventures of Mighty Mouse, number 145, January through March 1960 by Dell.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So you went and bought Mighty Mice from a whole bunch of different titles.
I bought a lot of
companies.
Mighty Mice.
Mighty Mice.
I just went by how the covers looked, and they're very cute. The Dells are quite cute. This is Adventures of Mighty Mouse number 148 from October to December. These are quarterlies from 1960.
Very nice. You know, the more Dells and Gold Keys I buy, the more I really appreciate that company.
Oh, this wonderful stuff. It's just
I mean,
not.
to the
As sexy. It's just not as sexy
I know.
as DC and Marvel and a lot of the others. Here's Adventures of Mighty Mouse, number 149 from January to March of 1961. Dell. I've got two more, and then I'm done.
Cool.
Very nice. See, that's a housing development in Canada.
A floating hunk of ice with an igloo.
With
Exactly.
igloos.
This is a robot cover, and it's not in the best shape, but it's the only one I've seen a robot cover that I saw. This is Mighty Mouse 162 from 1964.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Mighty Mouse battles an invincible robot army marching on Mouseville.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
That is very cool.
And the last one I have is this is Mighty Mouse Comics number 163, and this is from 1965. Mighty Mouse Target for the Dart Men of the Moon.
The Dart Man of the Moon.
Yeah,
So
Looks like a
it's
mosquito.
actually-
Looks like a mosquito or something.
they
Based
look
on
like
that-
mosquitoes.
Based on that, I guess it's the light side and the dark side of the moon.
The dirt side? Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, Matt.
That's pretty bad.
Oh.
They can't all be winners.
Oh, groan.
They can't all be winners.
So anyway, that is my entire Mighty Mouse collection.
Okay, very cool. So just to make you happy, I rebagged and boarded these two comics.
I think that it's worthwhile for books of that nature rather than have those dirty, murky bags you have.
Well, I have these like really crappy bags. Like this was what one of them was in. Like this kind of like I don't even know what this
Yeah.
is.
I would
But-
like to point out that I was at a show where Alan actually bought bags.
No,
Yeah,
that
so
was a
that's what these
dream.
were. These were
That was
from
a
that
dream sequence from some movie.
I do buy bags once in a while.
Excuse me. I was buying bags at the same time from the same guy. So
You know, it's interesting. I actually bought 4 short boxes today. So I have this big plan for this weekend where I'll be like sorting out my comics a bit, and then I'll put them in like short boxes and then know where things are.
yeah,
I've
I
been
bought
doing
another
that.
short box this week.
I've been doing that. I have to because I have them in different places,
can't
different
find
eyes
anything.
with different. You can't find a damn thing. And I found 4 of those, 5 of those books, especially the annual, the 2 annuals. I've been looking and looking and looking, and I finally found them.
I
And
can't find my
what a
Hulk.
wonderful feeling, because you know you have them and you can't find them. It's just terrible.
My Hulk and my Bullet Man, it drive me crazy. I can't find either of those.
Fiddle, you're right. No Mylars, and it's all poly bags. He leaves all of it in
He
his
bought
dirty poly
Mylar.
bags.
He bought
No,
Mylar.
these are
with it.
Mylars. These are Mylars. Look at this. Wow, Mylar.
You should get those slabs that are to your far right,
You can
stage
like
right.
slice yourself with these. Like, if you ever wanted to commit Harry Carey, you just go, wow, they're so sharp.
I've cut myself. I cut myself
really
on the cardboard boxes more. I have to
Yeah.
wear sleeves anymore. My skin is so thin that the skin just peels right off. It's my Scandinavian in me.
Mhm.
So Lyle, before I go away, I'm in earnest. I want you to go to your bank box and show us some of those books, especially the Mighty Mouse that you don't have. I would
Yeah,
like
show
to
us the
see
Mighty
that.
Mouse that you don't have. Show us like any Grail books you have. I'd like
Yeah,
to see
let's
some
see the
Grails.
Grails. Enough of this Tommy Tuberville riding a bicycle in England to the dock or something with a weird smile on his face eating treacle.
Yeah, so that's when is the interview going to happen on your is it
Tuesday,
live?
7. Yes, it's my
Oh,
it's my
wow,
live
live.
stream. It's my
When?
live
When is it?
Tuesday night. Tuesday night coming.
Okay, today
7
is
p.m. Eastern.
so you have plenty of time to go there, Lyle, to the bank. How far away is the bank? If it's in the bank. Ha ha ha, says Lyle. That's all I have. If everybody want to go and watch the fight, I guess we should go.
Okay, bye everyone. Thanks again. Thanks guys for coming
Adios.
on as well. Thank you for the chat, and bye everyone.